Alright, I just got to do this morning. Holy dreamscapes, y'all. There's a lot going on in the energies right now. There's a lot of awakenings happening. Definitely picking up on masculine energies are awakening. I guess some are even fighting it. I get that some of them are fighting it, and like, the more they fight it, I had a friend explain this to me one time. They're like, when the universe knows you're on the wrong path, it'll keep putting pressure on you until you make the right decision. You get what I'm saying? Like, it'll keep getting worse. It'll keep pushing on you until you have to change and evolve. Again, someone's paying heavy prices for not wanting to change. Alignment. Align your energy. Crystals can heal and amplify your intentions. Yeah. Someone is very much not in alignment. I get a little bit of a warning here for the feminine. Just be mindful on how much you engage with these masculines or masculine. Because they're fighting a frequency change. Like, the universe is like, okay, yeah, it's time to level up. And they're like, no, man, no, I'm going to have to upkeep that, and I don't know if I could do that, and that's just not who I am. I like being this way, and the universe is like, no, you don't. Stop lying to yourself. It's time to change. So you got to be mindful that you don't mix in with the frequencies when they're trying to lower them. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense to you. Connect with your roots, and ancestral wisdoms will guide you. Definitely picking up a lot from the ancestral energies here. Past timelines. Connect and listen to your intuition. Allow yourself to be guided. Does that make sense? Allow it. Enlighten. Illumination is near. A period of enlightenment and clarity awaits. And companion. Listen to your inner voice. Your spirit guides are assisting you. I'm talking about, man, it's like, I don't dream often. So the way I was dreaming last night, it's just chaos. Don't ask me to remember what my dream was. I vaguely remember bits and pieces, and that's my journey, not y'all's. Let's get into what's going on here. So we got alignment, roots, enlightenment, companion. Spirit is heavy on these energies, trying desperately to get through. Let's see. Oops. Shallow grave, you miss someone. Fairy of the Highlands, it's time to be brave. Let's see. Looking at this card, right? Y'all know I'm really into the imagery. I definitely get the masculine here. I'm getting that's the shallow energy. It's not so much that I even get miss someone. They might miss who they used to be, right? I get emotionless here, right? But look what that butterfly is. I'm picking that up as the skeleton, as the masculine energy there. See that butterfly in his stomach? Get the energy of, like I said, awakening. This person's, I get, buried themselves. They've buried themselves. It's time to be brave. Violet Angel, Breaking Dawn, The Clockwork Pumpkin, a wonderful idea and an aha moment. Time change is about to happen. There might be a big shift coming with this, with the time change that's coming up on the 3rd. There's something about first things in the morning here. Yeah, Divine Feminine, you have just, you're waking somebody up, or you're waking some people up here, right? You're stirring things, right? Butterflies in their stomach, right? It's time to be brave. This person wants to be brave, right? Or you want to be brave. Divine Feminine, you might have been buried yourself for a while here too, right? You're kind of buried in here with the masculine energy. It's like, I get the energy here of a feminine. It's like, all these masculines are so shallow, you haven't been able to find anybody who's even remotely enlightened. It's like dealing with the Walking Dead, right? Ooh, yeah, I get the Walking Dead, right? There's like, there's no brains. There's no, like I said, no enlightenment energy. And I get that you might have been like, you might wallow in that energy a bit yourself, right? Like almost wishing you could be like that. I wish I could be a zombie too, because I'm lonely type of energy. There's an energy here of it's time to be brave. There's definitely a breakthrough about to be happening. Something to do with that aha. Someone's going to have a wonderful idea, an aha moment. Something on this time change too. All right. Get into the 3D 45D. What's going on the 3D? What's being perceived by people around you? What does it look like it's going on the 3D? All eyes on you, baby. All eyes are on the feminine right now. All eyes. And like I said, you kind of been blinding yourself, not looking, not working, not, you know what I'm saying? It's like you don't even want to look at people, right? But you give off this big Queen of Cups energy. Got this self-imprisonment here. Yeah, it's this 8 of Swords energy. It's like, what? You're stuck, but an 8888 could be an important number to look for today. You got the 8 of Swords, self-imprisonment, and then you got the 8 of Cups here at the end. We'll get to that. There has to be some sort of direction taken here with the 2 of Wands. You get this Jack of Wands here. Or Knight of Wands here, right? Passionate energy, but I get, once again, like we had focus the other day, it's like focusing on what you want. I get the Divine Feminine even in this energy more than the masculine, right? It's like you need to choose a target. Because been out in the cold here. I get there's a lot of gossip about you. I get that's what you kind of turn your back to as well. There gets to be a lot of gossip about you and you just turn your back to it. And that's why you've kept yourself out on the own. Like I said, even this person, like this is a lone hunter. There's about to be a victory. A rite of passage. Ace of Wands here. It's going to take a lot of energy for this. And it's definitely going to stir up a wolf pack here. I get the wolves circling. So the more you ignore, like, I get it. Yeah, you're the outside, you're the loner. You don't explain yourself anymore. And it's like, why? What's the point of explaining myself to zombies? You don't possess the intellect to understand what she's saying. So why should she bother talking to you? Right? This is, it's a curse. It really is a curse for a lot of people, right? Like enlightenment and all that sounds all great and fun and like, yeah, oh yeah. It'd be so great to be so self-aware and like you've probably been through narcissists and so you've gone through the whole psychology Google holes and, you know, the manosphere nonsense and all this other stuff, and it's just like people are so brainwashed by media and everything else like that, and you see it. It's like that movie with the guy with the sunglasses. Not the guy with the blue shirt movie. Though it's similar to that, right? It's more like that one from, like, I think it's the 80s, where the guy puts on the sunglasses and suddenly, like, all the signs and everything change, and he can see where it's like obey, follow orders, things like that. And it's like you see all this, but you realize that nobody else around you right now is seeing all that. So you could feel very out in the cold, right? Now, because you're kind of like this is why people talk so much shit about you. And it could be like, oh, they think you're so smart, you think you're so perfect, you think you're this, you think you're that, you're, you know, whatever, right? And that pisses people off because they don't want to be self-aware. They don't want to see that their toxic behaviors are toxic. They want to be able to continue to keep doing what they're doing because that's what the media told them it's supposed to do. That's what society's telling them that's what they're supposed to do. Right, you got these wolves circling. Get this Ace of Cups, followed by the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. I got a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure and focusing on financial stability more than anything else right now. I get this energy that love is great, but I'm focusing on financial stability right now. Something's about to move and change, though. I like this Queen of Cups with her back turned. Like, this feminine's heart is, like, super protected. And I get the focusing on finances is like the best way to protect themselves to this. And this person might need to make a move. They might need to move to get out of some sort of energy. The energy you want to get out of is a Three of Swords energy. They have this third party shit, right? You want to move out of Three of Swords to Three of Cups. See, Three of Swords are toxic connections in group settings, right? In a relationship, like a lot of people are like, oh, that's the cheating card, but it's not necessarily a cheating card. It's just like there's always some toxic person that will sabotage things. Does that make sense? Like this toxic person, like it could even be a friend, right? This friend doesn't want someone to be in a relationship, so they will go out of their way to like speak negativity onto whatever the union is until it falls apart, right? And then there's this energy of the Three of Cups that everybody wants to move into, and that's that energy of coming together in a celebration, right? Coming together and having a good time. Good vibes only, right? I get that very much so. Whatever's going on this 3D, there needs to be a separation. There needs to be a split between the toxic people and the positive people. It's just this energy. You just have to cut some shit out. I don't know. Did any of that make any sense to you guys? I'm not liking this reading, but I'll probably still post it. I have to start channeling out this energy. I can't bottle it up anymore. I'm feeling the same energy, the same shift, the same weight of the universe, right? I'm listening to my spirit guides. They say get up and do a reading. I get up and do a reading. Definitely getting on the 40. The masculine is trying to figure out how to go from the Knight of Swords to the Knight of Cups. Sorry. Kids. My children's school ain't started yet, so they still have their phones. So I got the Knight of Swords and Knight of Cups here. there's a masculine does not want you to know they have romantic feelings. They're trying to find a sneaky way to do this. I don't even know if you notice this person. Like I said, there's a lot going on the 3D with the vibrations and the energies that are all mixed together right now. Let's get into it. What are the main energies for the 4D? I guess we're focusing on this masculine, but let's see. Emperor, Knight of Pentacles. This Emperor might have the usual ability of attracting things to them, right? Be it money, be it whatever, right? They have that magnetic pull energy to them that they usually have a lot of control over with that Emperor energy. See, the Emperor, like, see how he's holding the chess piece? Horns on the wall. He's the master hunter. He's the master game player, right? He knows how to move the chess pieces around to get what he wants, to draw in what he wants, right? Ooh, yeah, I get that. In chess, there's certain players that play in a way where they try to capture the queen, right? Trying to lure the queen into a trap so they can take it. Oh, yep, there we go. Ooh. This person might not even realize that this is the energy that they're working with, right? They're working with magician energy, right? They're learning. There's something different here, though, right? The rest of these cards are all feminine cups. Feminine cards. You got this magician, and he is trying hard. Ebb and flow, push and pull, trying to figure out how to manifest this feminine. But this feminine is very, very guarded with this Four of Swords here. Right? It's like you can't pull on her heartstrings. Look how tangled up they are in those spikes. You can't pull on her heartstrings. I get the feminine feel is in a, yeah, she's like in a nest, right? This Emperor sees her as the Empress, though. He's like, but she could be the whole world. And Moon. Ace of Cups. Just the energy that flows from her. Right? And you could be in this and still be radiating this. It's like, what, you're protected. Doesn't mean you could still radiate that energy. You're just not trying to absorb energy from anybody else, because so far it's been a lot of toxic energy, right? Passion is bottled up. When it comes to passion, it is bottled up. Right? Closing the third eye is what I'm picking up here. It's not that she doesn't see, it's just she's refusing to acknowledge because she doesn't want to see anymore. Eight of Pentacles. Yep, look at her just working away, tooling at her tasks behind her wall there. And I'm just seeing the way these masculines over here, these two cards here, are just looking over here at all of this. It's like, and I mean, there's masculine cards. This is not a mainly feminine deck. It's just, now these are all coming out. Page of Wands. He's watching you. Queen of Cups again. Even the Knight of Wands in this one. Didn't I say in the first one, in the 3D? I said that Knight of Wands was a feminine energy too. They are like, in their mind, you are always on their mind. It's just constantly, but look at her just working away. I like watching her work. I like watching her play. Beating beating her own drum, singing her own songs. Beyond that wall, I can't get beyond. It's the Three of Cups reversed. They're in your energy. There's nothing you can do about it. This person is so focused on you, they're in your energy, whether you're trying to block them out or not. As some crows trying to like kind of pick at you. Get this Knight of Swords now looking over at this, and there's the feminine. Look, she even got like kind of a smile on her face, and she's blindfolded to it. Could she get away from the crows and take that blindfold off and see what's going on easily? Yeah. And I get that he's confused as to why you're blinding yourself to something obvious. Get out in the sun, but something's not moving. This person is like super confused. They're in a hermit mode, right? I get that they need to find self-enlightenment, but they're having a hard time because of this Five of Swords. And here's the thing. The Five of Swords card is the defeat at all costs. Like in one of my other decks here, it's somebody laying on the ground with 3 swords around them and another person standing over them with the 2 of Swords, right? It's a masculine on the ground with the 3 of Swords around them and the feminine standing there with 2 swords. And it's just like, what? She's like, I need to make a decision, and you just want to lay here in your third-party situations and cry and whine about it. And it's just like, well, you keep putting yourself in those positions. I tell you, the feminine sees it. They see it, and they probably want to pop off really bad and say something about it, but they're not. They're like, but I just want to have fun. I just want to, like, you know, can we just go absorb some sun? Without the whole weight of the world. And he's just like, what is this? The path to enlightenment. That's what he's blindfolding. That's where you're matching your frequencies at. You're blindfolding yourself for one reason. They're blindfolding themselves for another. Right? And yours is like almost like a physical blindfold. Like you're like purposely trying to block your third eye so that you could just have fun and laugh and have a good time without thinking about all the whole weight of the world. Now this person, I don't think they've felt that light up enlightenment energy, right? I've explained this to people before in the past. They're like, why do you like certain like songs when they're really Christian and you're a witch? And it's like, it's not the song, it's that feeling. Some people find it in church, some people find it in the woods, you know, it doesn't matter. Some people find it under the moon. It's that well of energy, that light energy, that blessed, that universe is looking out for you, that trusting the universe and allowing that energy to flow through you. That's what this masculine is blocking. They could have it. It's all the way back here. They can have it if they opened themselves up to it, opened their arms, looked up and faced it and drew it down. They could have it. But they're scared of it. Why are they scared of it? they don't think they deserve it. They've got a lot of baggage to unpack. They need to release these third-party situations. There's a massive transformation happening for somebody here. They're going through it. Awakening is not fun. Like I said, the universe will just... This could be a twin flame thing. I try not to push too hard on that one because I don't like anybody staying with somebody toxic, whether you think they're your twin flame or not. Right? You got to vibrate on that level of frequency. You don't want to be walling around third-party situations. And you can't reach this frequency if either one of you is engaging in, third parties. Right? There's no room for third parties with twins. There's no open relationship with twins. There's no casual sex with twins. That is not how it works. Truly divine energies understand that if I want to maintain my divine energy, I only need to mix energies with another divine person. I can't be engaging with a toxic person and then turning around and bringing that toxic energy back to the other person. You can protect yourself with condoms against STDs, but they do not protect you against spiritually transmitted diseases, which I am a firm believer is a very real thing. Oh, who do I want? I'm going to go tattoo again. You know what? That Emperor. Let's go with our Labyrinth. Picking up that energy. Right? How he lured Sarah. He could have just brought her to the castle and just wowed her with magic, but instead he made her work to get all the way to that castle. Made her do all that work. I've traveled here through hardships untold to find the castle and the labyrinth. And in the end, it's like, she gets there and he's like, just let me rule you. And she's just like, you have no power over me. Like, he could manipulate her, but he can't actually control her. Queen of Cups again. The Hermit. Eight of Pentacles. Even on the 5D, you radiate the Queen of Cups energy. This masculine is the Hermit. Or you both could have been in the Hermit energy. Because there actually is two heads here. Now I'm picking up a masculine. He's hermited. He's got... Oh my god, alright. So that's like a bird, right? And then you get the Hermit at the bottom. And I get this energy of arguing with their second head constantly. The 5D is just like, dude, this guy's just arguing with his third head. With his second head, right? Not enough blood to operate both at the same time. I just get... The universe is aggravated with this guy. I get Kevin Gates thinking with my dick. Oh, Lord. Now, the main message behind this card, if you look in the book, it talks about how sometimes you have to go back to the beginning. Sometimes to move forward, you have to go back to the start. With that, I pick up someone tried to beat a game. They're trying to beat the game. So they skip side quests. Just try to beeline right to the end of the game. And that's not how that works. It's not how these games work. You gotta do the side quests. Why? Because you needed a sword of truth at some point that was on that side quest that you didn't think was important. And now here you are against the big boss Queen of Cups. And you don't have that sword of truth. You didn't go through that one trial you needed to go through. So now you need to go back to the beginning and figure out what you missed. These are swords in this deck. What did I say? Get the Four of Swords. For me, out of like most traditional tarot decks, the Four of Swords is someone laying. They got the 3 swords above them and the 1 sword underneath the bed. And I always say laying, recuperating, rest, yes, but I call it the Sword of Truth card. It's what I call it, the Sword of Truth card. Because that's what you need to sit with, right? 2 of Swords, there has to be a decision made here. Page of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, the Fool. You might know who this person is. By the way, I get they give you junk. They give you junk. They give you trinkets. Might give you something they find. Right? It's just silly little things, right? But that's those weird little random where they just want to give you something. That's the universe pushing them to do that. That's the 5D that's like, that's what's coming through. That's as much as they can get through to this person. Is it's like, what? You want to give to this feminine. Something you want to give to the feminine. Why? In this deck, it's the Queen of Pots. She can turn garbage, right, into soul food. And they can tell. So they want to give you things for that, right? There's 5 of Wands. It's very conflicting for them. They don't want to be the fool, but the fool's leap needs to be taken. Knight of Pole. This Knight of Wands is tired of the conflicts. I get that they want to get away from the conflicts. The universe is desperately trying to get them to get away from these conflicts. Get away from the party goblins. The Hierophant, it's about tradition. 2 of Cups, about genuine soul connections. The universe is trying to guide this people away from the party demons, right? The party goblins, right? Those people who are out for just instant self-gratification. This person might have been in this energy for a long time, but now it's time to seek out better. And the universe has its funny way. It's like you were supposed to be in this sleeper energy for a while, but it's time to wake up now. In this sleeper energy for a long time, even the Hermit in this one, he's always still falling asleep. But it's time to end this sleeper era. 10 of Pentacles again. The Lovers, the Dancers, with the 3 of Cups. The universe is trying to manifest this path forward for these two. they're working more with the masculine, right? They're like the feminine is awake. She's just pretending like she's not awake, right? It's like in The Walking Dead when they cover themselves with like the guts and the gore of the zombies around them to pretend to be a zombie in order to walk around freely. It's like this person's pretending to be a zombie so that they can move around more freely. Whereas this masculine has to actually wake up. This Empress and this Nine of Cups energy. See, as much as this feminine has tried to, I guess, cover her light, this person sees it already. They see it. They're like, what? She might look like a bitch sitting there in the corner, right? But she's in a they've spotted you in this Nine of Cup energy. That's what's got them so hooked. They're like, what? They've seen something, moments of divine flashes coming off you, as much as you've tried to hide it. And that's why, as much as they're like, no, I'm just a party goblin. And the universe is like, no, you're not. It's time to come out of that energy. It's going to take strength. It's going to take work. It's going to take releasing the past. Get that. What is that? Penny Lane. If you never get attached, you never get hurt. All right, y'all. Do you want to get some chatter? Let's get a little bit of chatter. Let's go with the original deck here. Deck of many things. Whew. What's the chatter? What's the loudest station on the radio? What's coming into tune? What I'm doing right now is just like thoughts and stuff that are floating in the ether, right? You're searching through the static and I'm trying to pick up on what is being played right now. I'm going to make them an offer they can't refuse. Don't ever let anybody tell you that they're better than you. Someone wants to bring in an offer. Like I said, if this person hasn't given you something yet, that Page of Pentacles, I told you, junk, trinket, something like that. This person wants to come in with an offer. They want to give you something. They want to bring in an offer that they feel like you can't refuse. They might be working on themselves in that era too, right? They might not feel like they're not good enough. So they're desperately trying to make themselves good enough. If you can't look into my eyes, then there's something you don't agree with. Oh no, not I. I get that there's two lines of thought here. Behold, the most complicated peanut butter sandwich. There's definitely two different thought processes here. So I get the divine feminine. Like I said, she's in that era where she's like, yeah, I'm not settling for less than what I deserve. Oh no, not I. This feminine's got people from her past. So go ahead, now go. Walk out the door. She's the kind of person that's like, what? If you're not going to meet my frequency, she's going to tell you to kick rocks. I get that this person understands that. He knows that he's not doing shit that he's supposed to be doing. Whatever he's doing, he's not supposed to be doing anymore. He's probably catching hell from the universe. He's gonna keep catching hell from the universe until he straightens his shit out. Ask yourself, in 5 years, will any of this matter? You were actually telling the truth. Funny, I do that quite a lot, yet people are still always surprised. Huh. I get that they're going to wake up, but it's like, dude, you were telling the truth. But as this person awakens, they're going to start seeing things from the other perspective, right? Somebody's eyes has already been open for a while, right? They already see things on a different level, right? This other person is waking up to it, and as they're waking up to it, it's kind of freaking them out. They're like, you were telling the truth. And it's like, yeah, funny. I do that all the time. But I don't lie. Personally, for me, I've never been a good liar. I don't lie. There's no point in it. I was terrible at it as a child. I thought it was always easy to tell the truth. And a lot of times in my life, people were like, damn, you were telling the truth. So I was like, I tried to fucking tell you, man. But ask yourself, in 5 years, will any of this matter? Focus on things that matter, that are gonna matter. Focus on what your long-term goals are. Someone here needs a 5-year plan. What, do you have a 5-year plan? Are you working towards a future? That's kind of what needs to start happening. All right. Let's get a happy oracle card, and then I'm out of here, guys. Sorry, this seems like very choppy today. Rebirth, spring equinox. This, whatever this is, it's going to take time. I said that 5-year thing. This is going to take some time. Something's getting ready to kick off. Time to Clockwork Pumpkin, right? I was talking about that time change that was supposed to be coming. When is the actual equinox coming? The equinox is coming up in a couple of days, ain't it? Let me just make sure. I always second guess my own knowledge. Yeah, it's the 22nd. So the clocks used to change on the equinoxes, which made sense. Why they moved it, I don't know. It really irritated me because it's like I used to be able to keep track of it. Now I got Facebook reminds me of when it is. So we got the equinox on the 22nd. Let's see what the moon's doing on the 22nd. Yep, it'll be a new moon. So this new moon, you know what? There's something that's being put to rest with this equinox, right? And when the energies balance back out, it'll be at the next equinox. It's a long timeline, guys. Whatever's going on now is going to take 6 months for this big rebirth to actually fully fruition into a full rebirth. This is going to be a slow ride. This is slow go. This is not an easy task. This is not even a side quest. This is a dungeon, baby. It's one of them long, drawn-out ones. It's going to take you a while to get through it. Or take them a while to get through it. I gotta go. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. Thank you for putting up with me, and I'll be back as soon as I can, I promise.